In corporate affairs, Capital Alliance introduced the online application Cal Online 2.0 to promote digital investment banking in Sri Lanka. During the event to launch the mobile application, Capital Alliance also announced the launch of their financial literacy initiative, Think Thrice, a campaign aimed at educating retail investors.
The launch of Capital Alliance's online application, Cal Online 2.0, which focused on digital investment banking, was held in Colombo last evening.
Sri Lanka currently has 700,000 plus CDS accounts. Now these CDS accounts are managed across 26 different brokerages by a total of 321 registered investment advisors. If we look at Sri Lanka's unit trust industry, the total AUM in unit trusts in Sri Lanka is equivalent to 1.8% of our GDP. Now in India, this number is 14%. That's a huge difference. And treasuries markets as well, the 1 million and above investment requirement is prohibitive for many retail investors. So when we take these three things together, it's very clear for us to see that there are still extremely high barriers to entry for retail investors to our capital markets. And that is where Cal 2.0 comes into the picture.
Let's say retail investor living in Kampara or Vaunia or Trincomalee, if he or she wanted to invest in the capital markets and wanted to open an account, typically back then what you would have to do is take a day or two of your busy schedule, find an institute like this, financial institute. There'll be a lot of unknowns in terms of documentation. The process itself would be intimidating. It's a very disadvantageous to the retail investor. Our purpose was to address each of these pain points and provide the convenience to each of these customers in Sri Lanka.
Capital Alliance also announced the launch of their financial literacy initiative, Think Thrice, a campaign aimed at educating retail investors.
We are starting off this campaign to kind of educate our retail investors in particular in terms of the know-how and what they need to kind of look at when they are making the investments, and how critical is it to invest in a scheme which is registered by the central bank and is authorized, and there's a proper investment process behind it before you make an investment decision.
We operate in frontier markets. Our market is 200 million people between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, and we want to grow into other frontier markets. And our purpose is to develop capital markets in these frontier economies, because we believe strongly that prosperity is only possible through the development of these capital markets and by enlisting people to participate in these capital markets.
Well, that's all from us here tonight.